Excellent.
It's hard to help defensive Dennis improve because he won't admit there's any room for improvement, but it can be done.
And then there's your call rate.
What about it?
I think you could improve it a lot.
What do you mean?
I mean, make more calls.
No, I couldn't.
I think you could.
How?
Well, you don't make a lot of cold calls during slack times.
I make as many as anyone else.
I don't think you do.
I think I do.
You don't.
I do.
The fact is, you're a bit lazy.
Lazy? When I think of how I slave away for this company...
I don't agree with that, I'm afraid.
OK, prove it. Prove I'm lazy.
It's not something you can prove. It's something you just know.
OK, and suppose I just know that you've got it in for me.
Oh, that's nonsense.
And it's nonsense that I'm lazy.
Ooh.
Good interview?
Oh, Dennis is impossible.
No, he's difficult, not impossible.
He can't take criticism.
Not amateur criticism, no.
What do you mean?
Look at this.
The fact is, you're a bit lazy.
Lazy? When I think of how I slave away for this company...
I don't agree with that, I'm afraid.
OK, prove it. Prove I'm lazy.
But he is lazy.
How lazy? 1 lazy? 2 lazy? 4.6 lazy?
Don't be silly. You can't measure laziness.
Exactly. So leave out the character analysis. You're not his psychiatrist. You're his manager.
So, I tell him he's not lazy?
No, you stick to the evidence, which you hadn't got. That was your other big mistake.
Well, you don't make a lot of cold calls during slack times.
I make as many as anyone else.
I don't think you do.
I think I do.
You don't?
I do.
So, what about some evidence? Do you record calls?
Yes. Well, oh, it's such a pain. There's masses of them.
But if you had, and if you hadn't set the interview up as a cross-examination...
Yeah, you handled that really well. Now, there's just one more thing.
What?
Your call rate.
What about it?
Do you think you can improve it next quarter?
Why, it's just as good as anyone else's.
Oh, no, it isn't actually.
Yes, it is.
Look, here are last month's figures. Now, your incoming rate is pretty much the same, but your outgoing call rate is rather low. 31% lower than the average.
I don't believe that.
Oh, there it is.
Are you sure about this?
Absolutely.
No, I think the figures are wrong.
Oh, they have been checked. Twice. Shall we try for, what, 15% increase next month?
15%? You must be joking.
Okay, how about a 10% increase then?
10%. 10%. 10% it is.
Good.
So, defensive Dennis. 1, leave out the character analysis. 2, create an informal setup. 3, stick to the evidence. And acknowledge improvements straight away.
Dennis, I see your call rate's up. Well done. Good. Any problems?